Welcome in to Baptist Bible College as we continue our coverage of Undisputed Friday here in Baptist Bible College in Springfield, Missouri. This is the boys 12 and under Undisputed National Championship game between the DasCHE Spartans out of the Dallas area in Texas and the Northside Lions out of Noblesville, Indiana. My name is Paul Gilmore alongside Scott Staten here bringing you the action as we've got the DasCHE Spartans in the white uniforms with the blue numbering and the Northside Lions in the blue jerseys with the white numbering and lettering. Couple of good looks for the Spartans, no good, and the rebound is ultimately pulled down by Timothy Airbrandt.
This is the Northside Lions team that out of just a suburb northern Indianapolis that has already won, I believe, a 10U Undisputed 2 years ago. And so this squad has been together for a while, and they are loaded.
And Airbrandt has got a couple of good looks thus far, but both teams unsuccessful as they perhaps are knocking out some early game jitters. We want to thank you if you're joining us on the live stream, which is on YouTube. We've got our final day of big-time games before the Undisputed 18 boys tomorrow, but you can still have some time to like and subscribe and click that bell for notifications whenever all of these Undisputed games go live. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebound on the run out is Isaac Adcock, and he's going to lay it up with the left short, but he's going to be bumped and fouled.
Boy, he turned on the afterburners there. Once he got the ball, he just took off, and you knew it was either going to be too strong off the board or going to be some contact there, and the DasCHE player able to get back and prevent the easy bucket, but he's going to get 2 free throws now.
And that foul was on Caleb Green, his first. First free throw is good for Adcock, son of the coach, Coach Ben Adcock.
And if you are watching in the Dallas area or just in Springfield watching, we were just giving info. We'd be girls 14U Silver Ball champs. Congratulations to Dallas HSAA.
So 1 of 2 for Adcock. And back the other way come the Spartans.
Northside in that zone defense. Down low, they've got Luke Hightower. He's got some height down there and poses some trouble for opposing defenses, pretty much protects the lane by himself.
And that three-pointer was up and no good from Eamon O'Grady. So coming back the other way are the Lions. No team has hit a field goal thus far. Each team looking for the first. Nice backdoor feed. A little bit too strong, but then the rebound is up by Airbrandt, no good. Also no good that time. Ultimately ends up in the hands of Caleb Neal. Back to Airbrandt, who puts it up and in. Or excuse me, Luke Hightower.
Hightower, like we said, he is a presence inside, and he was able to get the putback there.
That runner is up and good for Caleb Jackson.
Beautiful move by Jackson to be able to float that in, but then here once again with the speed all the way.
And Adcock that time blows past the entire defense and gets a left-handed layup.
That seems to be one of their strategies today. He just, man, he's so fast. Just there, almost got the steal.
And the Lions are really showing their speed and length on the defensive end as the Spartans are going to shoot a three. That's going to be up and good for Moses Obudo.
Moses parting the waters there from the three-point line.
And now Hightower dribbles past the defense and hands it off. That's going to be kicked out. Back underneath the Hightower, flips it up short, gets his own rebound, no good. Another offensive rebound by the Lions, and that's going to be ripped away by Caleb Green.
Scherer had an opportunity, but good defense to recover there by DasCHE.
Out top, three-pointer is going to be short. And now on the run out, that's a 2-on-1. The Lions, good pass underneath, and that's going to be a big-time blow as losing momentum was O'Grady, and going to the line is Caleb Neal.
Caleb Neal's tough. He took the contact there, fell to the floor, but sometimes it's easier to get up off the floor when you know free throws are waiting for you on the other side.
First free throw is up and good for Neal. Substitutions for the Spartans as Bradley Lewis and Miles Jackson check in.
This Lions program really almost a reverse the way that they've almost rebuilt their program. Their boys program's always been solid, but man, this group that came up from continue on. They knew they had a special team, and thinking ahead of what these guys are going to look like in a couple more years, going to be exciting for Northside.
Good defense, and that time the ball ultimately is hit off of the head of Levi Scherer, and we're going to have a 30-second timeout. First timeout of the game from the Lions. They want to take some time to talk about it. We'll keep it here as there's 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first quarter of a 7-5 Lions lead.
Got a lot more games coming up after this one. It's going to be the boys 16U Undisputed, Tulsa Noah, and OKC Storm. And these two have been matching up. That'll be the second OKC Storm game, and they've got, I think Jeremy and I were looking, they've going to have 5 different games on the live streams today because they've made it to either national championships or to the boys' national Final Four. So going to see their fan base in here quite a bit. And 16U, we've already seen some fantastic games this week, some overtime, some last-second shots, free throws that sealed the deal, and expecting more of that this afternoon, or actually later this morning.
So inbounding from underneath their own basket is going to be the DasCHE Spartans.
See if they can. They haven't had trouble scoring, but they've stayed outside with the bigs down low for the Lions.
And that time the shot is long. Rebound comes to Adcock. Under 2 minutes to play in the opening period. On the baseline, they look to get it to Scherer. And in the corner, a three-pointer is going to be up and short for Neal. Now coming the other way are the Spartans.
Speaking of speed.
On the drive, laid up and in by Caleb Jackson.
I'd like to see Jackson and Adcock in a track meet. That'd be fun.
And now laid up the other way short by Neal. Rebound is going to be lost off of the legs of Jackson.
You ever have one of those times that you start to drop something and then you kind of catch it and it just keeps fumbling. That's what happened there. It was right in his hands, and Jackson just could not pull it back in.
They work the ball into Hightower. On the drive to the left is Adcock, flips it up, no good. Hightower puts it up, no good. Tipped out, and the Lions keep possession.
Lions are getting looks, but they've had a couple times where they just can't finish it.
That three-pointer is too strong. Rebound comes down to O'Grady. Now he's driving on the left side. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound to Hightower. Now Adcock pushes the ball the other way. Feed underneath to Neal, who flips it up, no good. Hightower on the rebound. Man, just so much size down there from Hightower.
Yeah, he's in on every single missed shot.
Now Adcock at the top of the key. Down low to Hightower. Spins left, then right, flips it up, and no good. He was fouled, though. That foul will be on Bradley Lewis, his first, which will send Luke Hightower to the free throw line.
Lewis did a good job of trying to body Hightower. He wouldn't let him get any closer to the basket, but Hightower is able to turn around, and seen him do it through the year, hit those jump shots, even with some contact.
First free throw is good for Hightower. Second is on the way, and that rolls around and in.
Got a lot of orange paint on that basketball.
So 20 seconds to go in the opening period. The Spartans trail 7-9. And that's nearly stolen away by Neal. Down low. Shot off the side of the backboard and then back up, no good. And we're going to have a jump ball with 4.4 seconds to go. Thought for a second there Lewis had made a crazy pass to himself off the side of the backboard.
If he meant to do that, awesome. If he didn't, not a good shot.
In the corner, the three-pointer is going to be up and good.
Wow, that was quick.
Obudo hits his second three-pointer. And at the end of the first, we have the DasCHE Spartans leading 10-9. over the Northside Lions. Second quarter action up after this intermission. Welcome back to Baptist Bible College as we get the second quarter action underway in the boys 12 and under Undisputed National Championship. Backdoor cut is going to be laid up and in. Great cut from Lincoln Nottingham.
Good recognition to see that there was an opportunity on the offside to be able to cut the lane and get a wide open look.
Three-pointer, that time no good from Obudo. He's already knocked down two early ones. Baseline jumper, no good.
Obudo's got a really quick release. You don't see that a lot with 12U.
Speaking of quickness, a lot of these young boys are able to get down the floor quickly as Neal blew past everybody, but just short on his jumper.
Can we send a message down and maybe at halftime have all of these guys that are really fast line up at one end and just see who can make it to the other quickest? Because it's been a track meet almost. We'll give away like a 50-meter gold medal.
Yeah, maybe we can add that to the dunk contest three-point weekend. We can do the length of the court dash.
I would watch.
Winner gets some BBC nachos.
Well, you wouldn't even have to give out medals if you did that.
And the rebound is ultimately controlled before stepping on the sideline was Neal. Ball will go back to the Spartans.
I'll tell you who was most happy about that. Bradley Lewis got knocked to the ground, and he struggled to get up, and when he finally did, the ball was already at half court, and when it went out of bounds, I'm sure he was glad not to have to try to make that trip and also get yelled at by the coach for not making it down there in time.
And so that's a 30-second timeout. The Spartans wanted to take some time to figure out what to do on the offensive side of things. And meanwhile, we want to let you know that coming up next is going to be quite a doozy of a game. The Battle of Oklahoma, as it's a rematch of the Heartland Regional for the boys 16 and under Undisputed National Championship between the Tulsa Noah Jaguars and the Oklahoma City Storm.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm not up on my Oklahoma history, but I'm sure there was some famous battle out there that will resemble today's game, because those two go at it.
That three-pointer is on the way. High arch, but just short.
Almost hit the brace.
And we've got another update for you. Earlier, we had the girls 12 and under Crimson Knights win that Undisputed National Championship. Well, how about this? Their girls 10 and under just won the Undisputed National Championship.
Congratulations.
So, bright future for the Crimson Knights ladies program.
So I guess we need to go ahead and put them in one of the brackets in a couple years when we're going to do the Undisputeds for the older age groups.
And that is a couple of offensive rebounds and putbacks for Hightower. He's had that all day today and finally able to connect.
Yeah, he's a presence. When he gets it, when he gets position inside, his height, the way that he muscles down there, he's just able to create opportunities for himself.
That shot no good. Now Neal on the break the other way.
Off to the races.
And he's going to put it up and no good. Rebound tipped, thought by Adcock, but it's going to go back to the Spartans.
Yep, the official saw it the other way. I thought the same thing.
And Lewis will check back in for the Spartans.
Lions have started the game well, scored. Teams kind of traded punches back and forth, and now they seem to have kind of found their rhythm, and they have built a little lead here.
And that ball, they tried to get to Hightower, but instead coming fast the other way is Caleb Jackson, and he lost the handle as he was going up, but it'll stay with the Spartans.
Yeah, if he had been able to come up with that cleanly, I think he would have been able to play through that and get the layup. Again, another one of these speedy players on the court.
Three-pointer on the near side, no good from Green. Rebound, Adcock's got a breakaway, and he loses the handle, slips and falls. Hopefully he's okay. And that is going to be a collision, and a foul is called on Adcock.
Yeah, sometimes you can play too fast, and we saw both times there where two really quick players lose control of the ball, and good things don't happen when that happens in your you can be super fast, but you got to play under control there.
Three-pointer on the way, and that's good. Another one from Obudo.
That has to be the quickest release I've seen in a 12U game. That three-point shot for him is just smooth and quick, so hard to defend.
And that's his third. And that ties the game at 13. And as Neal was driving, he was fouled.
It's kind of been the story of the game. Every time that the Lions get a lead, right back come the Spartans with the answer. They're almost mirror images of each other. Maybe Spartans don't have quite the height that the Lions do.
And that ball was on the floor, ultimately ends up back with the Spartans. Coming back the other way is Green.
This is probably the slowest pace we've seen all day from these two.
Three-pointer on the way that time, and that is good.
Wow.
Caleb Green.
They are teaching those guys something, because last two threes just looked pretty. You knew it was going in when they let go of it.
And that is the first lead of the game for the Spartans as they work it underneath, and that shot is flipped up and no good. Rebound controlled by Jackson.
Wow, that was a beautiful pass inside by Adcock, but a blown opportunity there. Uh-oh.
Obudo for three. Short.
He was ready.
And that's going to be a full timeout called by the Lions. So we will take a brief intermission with them and be back for the final minute and 41 seconds of this half as the Spartans lead 16-13. Back after this intermission.
When my body needs relief, I real-time it. I'd like to introduce you to my knockout pain formula, real-time pain relief. It's soothing lotion, it's rich in nature's ingredients, and helps me manage discomfort day or night. And it smells great too. From muscle strains to soreness to simple back aches and arthritis. Real-time it and knock out your pain. It works for me and it will work for you. Real-time pain relief, it's a knockout.
Welcome back to Baptist Bible College as we have the DasCHE Spartans leading 16-13 over the Northside Lions out of Indiana. My name is Paul Gilmore, joined by Scott Staten on the call. This is the Undisputed National Championship game as Adcock on the drive, spins around the defense, no good. Hightower comes down with it. He's ripped behind from Lewis, and then ultimately that goes back to the Lions on the other way.
Man, if you were going to try to make a break in this game, go into transition, you got to have some speed because both sides of the ball, a lot of quickness.
Good feed underneath from Adcock over to Scherer, and that's Levi Scherer's first points of the game, but a big one as it cuts it back down to 1 as we approach the minute left in the half.
Adcock has had some really good passes inside to create opportunities, but up until then, have been a lot of missed opportunities.
And now on the baseline drive, that's tipped and nearly stolen. But instead, it will stay with the Spartans.
Good defense by Nottingham.
On the inbounds. Flipped up underneath. No good by Jackson. Offensive rebound. Another baseline drive. Floater up and no good for Jackson again. And now coming the other way, Hightower with the full head of steam. Lays it up and in.
You have a big that can run like that, you got a weapon. Back in the lead now.
30 seconds to play in the half. Lions faithful letting their team know how they feel, trying to get them fired up on the defensive end. That's tipped away by Adcock. And now Hightower coming the other way. And that's stripped away from him. Both teams on the floor. Up ahead, ends up in the hands of Obudo, the long jumper. No good. That three-pointer on the way, and that's too strong. Rebound comes to Neal. At the buzzer, he's going to get it off and short. No good.
Thought he might have had that one.
What a half of play in this boys 12 and under, undisputed, as the Northside Lions lead 17-16. Second half coming up after this break.
When my body needs relief, I real-time it. I'd like to introduce you to my knockout pain formula. Real-time pain relief. Its soothing lotion is rich in nature's ingredients and helps me manage discomfort day or night. And it smells great too. From muscle strains to soreness to simple back aches and arthritis. Real-time it and knock out your pain. It works for me and it will work for you. Real-time pain relief. It's a knockout.
Welcome back to Baptist Bible College here in Springfield, Missouri. This is the boys 12 and under Undisputed National Championship game, which saw the Northside Lions finish with a 17-16 lead over the DasCHE Spartans. Second half action underway. First shot, no good. Coming back to the Lions. On the drive, Adcock lays it up, no good, lots of contact. And then on the other way, lots of pressure now from the Lions as well. Three-pointer is up, too strong. Rebound ends up in the hands of Nottingham.
Airbrand almost had a shot there.
And then on the other side, Hightower had probably his easiest shot of the game. A little too much English on it.
O'Grady, not large in stature, but he can shoot from outside.
And that offensive rebound is going to be short. Second attempt is up and good for Obudo.
Never give up.
And now Obudo has 11 for the game.
Sometimes that second shot is an easier look than the first one.
On the drive, good feed underneath to Scherer, and that's going to be rejected. And now Scherer on the floor. Ends up getting pulled away by the Spartans, and then Jackson was fouled.
Hightower and Jackson both diving for the ball, but Jackson had better position, and Hightower draws the contact.
And that's the first foul on Hightower. Neither team really had a lot of fouls in the first half. The Spartans with 4 team fouls and the Lions with only 1.
Neal came down pretty hard there. Official checked on him, but he comes back down and sets up for defense.
On the pump fake, great move from Caleb Jackson, who lays it up and in.
Seemed to be some confusion there as the Lions had a guy to defend him there, but then they just turned away, and Jackson looked up and saw a wide open lane to the bucket.
And that's going to be a reach-in foul from Miles Jackson, his second.
Lions got to gather themselves here. It seemed to be a little bit flustered after that last series of plays, and see if they can recover.
First 4 points of the half belong to the Spartans as Hightower drives to his left, puts it up too strong. Good rebound from Scherer, who puts it up and in.
Beautiful follow. When you see your teammate driving, you get to the front of that rim because a lot of times you'll have an opportunity to grab a quick bucket, a rebound, and put it right back in.
Deep three-pointer from Obudo, and that's an air ball.
Too deep, and again, I wonder if he was a little confused and thought he was a few feet closer than he was when he looked down and saw that extended three-point line.
That's something that we've made note of all week here at the BBC. There's 3 different three-point lines, and the closest one is the high school three-point line,
yeah.
And yet everybody's shooting from the college line.
Yeah.
Hightower takes it all the way in.
He's been getting to the glass at will, that time able to convert.
And now Hightower in double figures. He's got 10 as the Lions retake the lead.
Lions faithful, really getting into it.
A good reverse layup attempt from Jackson, no good. Offensive rebound, also no good. Adcock now comes on the left side. Is able to dribble past all of the defense. Great job getting back by Carson Verlander. But it'll stay with the Lions.
Yeah, Verlander there was trailing the play and saw that Levi Scherer was cutting down the lane and going to get that pass from Adcock, and he was able to intercept it and then the tie-up, but it just stays at this end.
On the inbounds, Hightower spinning right, gets it back to Adcock. He'll fire up the 3, and that's off the top of the backboard.
Yeah, he didn't seem completely ready to shoot there. His feet weren't set, and shot was a little off.
Under 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. Obudo, step back 3 after he reset, no good. Offensive rebound, O'Grady.
Love it. We tell our players all the time, your height has nothing to do with being a good rebounder. If you can box out and get in position,
and
you
now
can
Neal
rebound.
will drive with the right hand and lay it up and in. Back and forth, furious pacing now, as the Lions have retaken a 1-point lead.
You don't typically think in a 12U game you're going to use the phrase run and gun, but that's almost what it's been today.
And none of these players have been afraid to shoot that three-pointer either. That's going to be tipped away, ends up in the hands of Neal.
Scherer with the back tip.
And Neal will drive baseline, passes it back, but that's going to be on the floor. And we're going to have I believe a jump ball. Nothing's been signaled yet. It's going to go back the way of the Spartans.
Second time we've seen now where the DasCHE Spartan players are able to anticipate where the pass is going from the Lions, and good job hustling back on defense.
Underneath, turnaround, baseline jumper short. Neal with the rebound.
Both fan bases really making some noise and giving us a great atmosphere in here.
Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound is tipped, ends up in the hands of Hightower. Last touch by Hightower. Good job by the ref to see that play. Substitution for the Lions. Checking in is Braxton Noonschwader.
See if either team can kind of gain control of this game, because it's just been swapping leads here.
Three-pointer on the way and short for Green. Back to the Lions.
Thought that rainbow three might have gone in, but a little short that time.
Adcock coming on the left side. Stops and pops in the middle, up and good.
Good job to regain control. Saw that he could look over the defender and put in a little 10-footer there.
Under a minute to play now in the third quarter. The Lions have extended their lead to 3, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in this game, it's a little bit of separation until that layup is laid up and in by Jackson.
Not for long, and that's been the story of the game. Neither team really able to run away from the other.
Adcock, three-pointer on the way, and that's good. Big-time shot by Nottingham.
Nottingham was waiting there, had his feet set. Recognition by Adcock to get it back to him.
And now for the Spartans. Obudo for the answer. No good. Rebound ends up with Scherer. And that's going to be a jump ball.
Lewis tied him up, but the possession will give it back to the Lions. And with 13 seconds left to go in this quarter, like you said, a 4-point lead. That seems huge in this game. Neither team able to get more than 2-3 points away from the other.
And now with 10 seconds to go, Adcock's going to push it the other way. Underneath, good find to Scherer, who lays it up and in.
Beautiful pass.
Nearly whistled for a travel, but the half-court heave is going to be up and short. So nice little run for the Lions to end the third. And as we head to the fourth and final 6 minutes of play, we've got the Northside Lions 30 and the DasCHE Spartans 24. End of the game action coming up after this. Three-pointer on the way right out of the break is no good. instead flipped up by O'Grady. Wow, I don't even know how he saw the basket.
O'Grady I love his fight. He has been able to score and just done a great job for the Spartans. He's had answers whenever the Lions try to make a run and pull away from DasCHE. He's been one of the guys that's been able to make
And that time he rips it away. Good hands by O'Grady. Fearlessly flipping it up short.
Oh, how did he get through the traffic?
And that's going to be a foul going the other way. That time the foul was on O'Grady, his second.
Coming out of that quarter, the Lions were fired up, and Hightower came over to the bench and turned around to the Lions cheering section and kind of gave out a primal yell and pumped his fist, and they really seemed to respond to that.
And now Adcock is able to drive all the way and lay it up and in. If you're the Spartans, you got to believe somebody's got to stop the ball before it gets that far.
You got to step in front of him. You got to do something.
Three-pointer on the way, and that's going to be an air ball from Jackson.
6-point lead. It's been the largest of the day, and seems like the Spartans maybe a little rushing things just a little bit. There's still 5 minutes left. You don't have to have threes right now. Just get back to running your offense, pressuring on defense, and you can get right back into this thing.
And O'Grady gets his hands on the ball. On the drive, Adcock puts it up, but that's going to be on the floor.
O'Grady is just a hustler. Diving on the ground, doing everything he can to get the ball away from the Lions, but unsuccessful at this point.
In the corner, thought about the three-pointer, was Nottingham. Instead, on the drive, Neal is rejected by Jackson. Hightower fires up the three. He rolls in and out.
That was halfway down.
I'm just a little surprised that Hightower even took that shot, but again, in the current state of basketball, anybody can shoot any shot.
It's true. Used to be back in the day, if you were tall, you were just assumed that you played down on the blocks, but not anymore.
So now the Lions continue to work on the offensive end. They lead by 6. That ball is lost by Adcock, and O'Grady picks it up, and he's bumped and fouled.
O'Grady spends half the game on the floor, diving for the ball, going for the loose ball, getting contact, drawing charges, driving. I mean, he is giving his all this game.
And you love that kind of effort from a player like O'Grady. And those are the kind of plays you need to get back into an undisputed national championship game.
Lions defense again.
And that's going to be another tripping foul. That's called on Adcock. That's his third.
Jackson came down hard there. He's going to have to shake that off. They need him on the floor.
Both teams with just 3 team fouls with under 4 minutes to play in the game. So fouls will likely not play much of a part in this game until it gets much later.
Oh, man, that was a beautiful inbounds play and got an injured player on the ground.
And that is Bradley Lewis. And while he's getting tended to, we'll take a quick intermission and be back for the last 3:50.
When my body needs relief, I real-time it. I'd like to introduce you to my knockout pain formula. Real-time pain relief. Its soothing lotion is rich in nature's ingredients and helps me manage discomfort day or night. And it smells great too. From muscle strains to soreness to simple back aches and arthritis. Real-time it and knock out your pain. It works for me and it will work for you. Real-time pain relief. It's a knockout.
So during that official's timeout, thankfully Bradley was able to get back up and get over to his team's bench. And the trainers working with him want to give a shout out to 417 Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, who have been our trainers at Nationals this week.
Yeah, they've really been very attentive. As soon as any player goes down with anything, they're ready to be there and assist them and help them to be able to find out what is wrong and get that fixed as quickly as possible.
And during that possession, O'Grady ripped it away, but fell down as he stole it, so traveling violation call to go back to the Lions. On the inbounds, Hightower gets it up, no good. Offensive rebound putback from Scherer, no good. Hightower taller than everybody, and he gets fouled.
He's a beast on the boards. Really, so far, Spartans have been unable to find an answer for him inside.
And that foul is on Caleb Jackson, his first. Free throw on the way, and that is good from Hightower. Also love to see it when your big man can knock down the free throws.
Yeah, he's got a good shot. We've seen him take some outside shots, some little mid-range jumpers, but then, of course, on the inside, he knows how to operate there as well.
And that's going to go back to the Spartans. Oh, and I believe they called a lane violation, and that's going to give another free throw to Hightower.
Okay.
A little unusual, as it seemed like there was a whole play that happened before that was whistled.
It did, and maybe we'll blame that on the loud fans or something, because I don't think anybody in the gym except the officials knew that anything had happened other than a missed shot and a ball kicked out of bounds.
And that shot was short by Hightower. And he got his offensive rebound and then ultimately traveled before he could pass it off.
Got a little hung up under the basket there and wanted to get it to his teammate.
And we've got a timeout on the floor. And that will be a full timeout. So instead of taking it to break, we're going to give you another quick rundown of the day's schedule. As coming up after this is the boys 16U game we talked about between Tulsa and OKC. And then Scott will tell us about what we've got going on the rest of the day.
So we got girls 16U at 205 Undisputed Championship, the Dallas Thunder and OKC Storm. We saw that in a girls 18U Final Four game last night. That could be another really close one. It ended up being a 4-point game with the 18U. We'll see how the 16U turns out. And then at 325, boys 14U Undisputed Championship. We'll be live streaming the OKC Storm and the MHEA Eagles. And then at 445, boys 18U Division III Undisputed Championship. Our own Jeremy Caldwell, his crew, he used to coach down with SWLA Knights. They were the Class B champs, and they will be playing the Class C champs, Victoria Cobras out of Texas, for the boys 18U Division III Undisputed. And then at 6:05, we go back to the boys national Final Four. It'll be the OKC Storm and the Cincinnati Trailblazers, followed by the girls' Undisputed National Championship game, Lubbock Titans and Dallas Thunder. And then the closer for the night at 8:30, the other guys' National Four game, MHEA and Dallas HSAA.
Still tons of great Undisputed action coming at you later today. But we've still got 3 minutes and change in this boys 12 and under to be decided, as the Spartans look to continue to cut into the lead, as we're going to have a reach-in foul on Scherer. That's his first, just the fourth team foul. But the Spartans have got to get something going pretty quick.
Yeah, they do. They've kind of been in a log jam here where they've not been able to get any points on the board, and the Lions have used that to build their lead.
That shot is going to be up and good from Jackson. He's now in double figures with 10, and some full court pressure by the Spartans.
Adcock knows how to handle it. They back it off. He looks over to the coach and dad for the play.
And Adcock gets it up top. Hightower.
Nottingham can shoot from outside. We know that. We've seen it earlier.
And the good thing for the Lions is they don't have to take anything from outside right now. Just waste some time and drive it up, as Neal did. And that foul's going to be on O'Grady, his third.
I like the way they're staying aggressive with 2:35 to go. You could pull the ball out with a 5-point lead, but sometimes when you do that, you lose your offensive flow, you lose your aggressiveness, and teams can come back on you. And that time, Neal just drove down the lane and drew the contact.
And that's going to be a substitution. Checking in for the Spartans is Caleb Green. Second free throw on the way and good.
Everyone counts, especially with just 2:34 to go in the game.
Spartan faithful doing their best to get their boys fired up on the offensive end. Nice Euro step laid up with the left hand.
Pretty.
Miles Jackson.
4-point game. Spartans need a stop here. Lions are, as you said, taking some time off the clock, looking for any openings. If they can get a good shot, they'll take it. But right now, willing to focus on getting time off of the clock and getting closer to the final score in this game. They lead it by 4.
And there's O'Grady once again with the active hands. Not afraid to do the dirty work for the Spartans. But the Lions once again have done a good job of taking some time off the clock, and that is going to be a foul called as Hightower put it up. And that's on O'Grady. That's his 4th.
That time I feel like Hightower turned and thought he had more of an opening than he did. If he'd have taken a dribble, maybe one more step in, he'd have had a better look, but able to get the foul.
Second, no good from Hightower. Gets his own rebound and puts it up and in.
That was huge. 1:21 to go. He had missed the free throw, but then got the rebound and put it right back in and is able to build that lead.
And that's going to be a timeout